Hey guys, I just want to let you know that it's not a bad thing to come back to your senses and look again at the drawing board of your life. Okay? I've done that many times, and now rooting it in the actuality and reality and spirituality of what's happening now, I've been able to realize that the situation we currently face right now is extreme. A lot of people don't realize how extreme it actually is. So once I realized how extreme it was in my own mind, I realized a lot of the stuff I was working on was futile. I realized the futility in what it was that I was doing. Was very glad to help a lot of people, but we passed that point of initiatives like that even being a viable solution to deter a lot of the destruction and cataclysmic events that I actually happen to see occurring going forward. I don't, I feel a sense of calm now. I feel like I've had a lot of time to process a lot of thoughts in order to fully comprehend the situation we're in now, which is actually quite devastating. It's far more devastating than people are giving it credit towards or realizing. It's almost like people are in a hypnotic lull within their own mind and they're forgetting how drastic things actually are. I mean, for instance, let's just look at how many people have passed away in the last 2.5 years. And leading up to this 3-year marker, it's going to get insane to the point where I mean, trying to calculate what would happen and what would occur. It's a little bit difficult too, but it's happening right now. Big changes on Earth, massive, on so many different fronts and levels. And I don't think humans realize that World War III started in 2020, And if you guys don't believe me now, that's okay. But in the next 6 months to 2 more years, it's going to be impossible not to believe what it is I'm saying. It's already here, what it is I'm saying, but not to the point where you're going to notice it everywhere. It's going to be all around you. You don't understand. People are going to drop like flies, seriously. Everything was correct. It wasn't incorrect, it was correct. Everything was absolutely and totally correct. But in trying to warn people, and like we've passed that point. We've passed the point of warning people. It's too late now. It's far too late. So it's really about accepting the reality as it is and having a little bit of foresight and being able to predict what's going to happen. What's going to happen is, if you think it's bad now, it's not bad. It's not even close to what it's going to get to. So keep that in mind. Even if I sound like the crazy guy that keeps being the alarmist, hey, the alarmist was right, and so was every other alarmist. But I've had to learn to take a step back because people have been so indoctrinated to believe whatever that there's only so much you're going to be able to do in a system that's being built against you and that is actually trying to kill you and everyone on it, basically. So it's like wartime now. People don't realize it, but this is a silent war. I mean, World War III, 2020, I guarantee you now. It's just no one's talking about it. No one's talking about it. Yet it's affecting everyone all over the place because people are dying in all sorts of ways like never before. Death is like fashion now. But nobody speaks about it. So because they don't speak about it, you don't hear about it, you don't know about it because everyone's getting used to keep quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet. And so, it blows my mind because people don't realize how fucking serious this is. And I sound like it's annoying saying this over and over again, still with the idea that people are going to not believe this. But how do you not believe it when it's happening all over the fucking place? Doesn't matter what false reality is presented to you on social media or the TV screens or the news or whatever, or the radio. The truth is, if you look around you and do a little bit of investigative journalism of your own and getting people's first-hand encounters, you'll be able to get enough information to find out that a lot of people are experiencing a lot of death within their family. Okay, that's one of the things I've been observing and looking at in all sorts of fantastical and wonderful ways that are also convenient based on what's occurred throughout this time. So, yeah, be aware of that. Don't shut that down in your mind. It is very good to be aware of your surroundings and what's happening on earth. If you have some weird feeling, pay attention towards it, okay? And look around and just be aware and just be prepared in your own mind. I'm absolutely sure I'm completely correct. It's past that point. And I'm sure many people are as well, because of it's been so much, it's so much time has passed since. And I've just heard of death everywhere. Crazy stories. So just remember that it doesn't matter what you hear or see on social media or whatever. Like, there's an actual reality, and you're only going to find out about that actual reality if you ask people and you find out for yourself, and you get as much information as possible to find out what's actually happening in people's lives. As well as that, we've got a huge recession, the biggest recession ever. You've got a huge problems in obviously a credit crunch beyond measure. So that means people are losing their homes, defaulting on loans, defaulting on credit. This is the biggest fucking recession ever. I'm not going to lie to you. It's huge. And humans are being hit in every single way imaginable. And I know it's quite stressful, and I know we're all trying to keep our head above the water, but it's also really good to be aware of what's going on, even if it at first scares the shit out of you. Like, you can't keep ignoring what you're noticing is happening around you, even if it scares the shit out of you. So keep that in mind and try and mentally prepare yourself for a lot of shit that's coming, just so that when it does, you'll be able to keep a certain level of strength about you, and ensure that you keep your mind clear and calm and are able to deal with whatever comes with far more clarity and precision going forward. Because shit is going to get insane, and it's going to test the living shit out of everyone on this earth. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to do that. If it's not already doing it already. People are getting pounded. If they're not dying, they're losing their homes. If they're not losing their homes, they're losing their businesses. Like, this hasn't ended. Just because the news isn't talking about it one way and people aren't talking about it one way because they're listening to the news one way, doesn't mean that it's not happening. It is happening. It's happening every single day. It just amazes me how people are just keeping quiet about it. But anyway, just keep it in mind. Don't let it freak you out. But keep it in mind when you're planning your life, when you're planning your future. Like, just try understand and predict the future. And if you could, and you could take a good, hard, honest look at it, you're going to realize that we're headed towards a pretty fucking apocalyptic future. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, it's crazy what's coming. Anyway, thanks for entertaining me. Bye-bye.